Welcome back, Nerd Squad. My name is Rory Destroya, and this is Top 10 Nerd. Venom is easily one of the most recognizable villains of Marvel Comics, among fans new and old. What are less recognizable are some of the alternate versions of the symbiote. And since there were too many neat ones to shove in our first part, get ready for another dose of Venom. So let's take a look at the top 10 alternate versions of Venom, and this is part 2. In the number 10 spot, we have animated Venom. We are kicking this list off with a version of Venom that really helped throw the symbiote into the spotlight in the first place. If you are a 90s kid and watched Spider-Man the animated series, chances are you have memories of this version of Eddie Brock as one of the most prominent Venoms. This version of Venom mostly followed the ultimate story of the symbiote suit, but it cut out all the unnecessary details and allowed Venom to just be Venom, because sometimes less is more. Coming in at number 9 is Mayhem. Debuting in The Amazing Spider-Girl number 20, the Green Goblin makes a clone of May Parker, Peter Parker's daughter, and genetically alters her to be the first half-human, half-Venom symbiote hybrid. This way she could have the abilities of the symbiote without the dual consciousness. The clone, who gives herself the name April Parker, is offered a place in the Parker family eventually, and she teams up with the real May Parker as her more violent, slightly annoying, but very useful partner. Next up at number 8, we got Poison. In What If, Spider-Man the Other, Spidey rejects his resurrection granted to him by the Great Weaver. He is found cocooned under a bridge by the Venom symbiote, and Venom decides to have a little fun by entering the cocoon and giving Spider-Man a bit of a makeover. A little bit of bonding, and the result is Poison, a version of Venom and Spidey that promptly heads over and tries to share this symbiote gift with Mary Jane. Sounds a lot like an STD to me, so it's no surprise she said hell no. In the number 7 spot is She-Venom. Introduced in The Amazing Spider-Man number 375, the first She-Venom was Anne Weying, Eddie Brock's ex-wife and a high-profile lawyer. She's shot by a copycat killer of Sin Eater, and in order to save her life, Brock allows the symbiote to bond with her. It works a bit too well, actually. Suddenly, she became hell-bent on seeking revenge against all men who had ever wronged her. Eddie was more than a little nervous, so he called the symbiote back, but not before she managed to get her hands on a few unfortunate souls. Coming in at number 6, we have Reign Venom. Spider-Man Reign was a 4-part series featuring a version of Venom called Edward Sack, who served as New York City Mayor's controlling assistant. He implements a security system called WEB, W-E-B-B, that prevents people from escaping the city, and then proceeds to create symbiote clones to form an army. Lesson learned, keep this thing out of office. Next up at number 5 is Venom Clone. The 2003 Venom series took a new spin on the popular villain, tilting it in the direction of horror. A member of the US Army, Patricia Robertson, discovers that a group called the Ararat Corporation, which is composed of little spider robots, has created a clone of the Venom symbiote, which has in fact killed its creator. There's that experiment gone wrong. This would eventually lead to Robertson becoming She-Venom number 2. Up next at number 4 is Venom 2099. Cronstone first appeared as Venom in Spider-Man 2099 number 35, although he had previously appeared in Punisher 2099 number 1. He is the half-brother of Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara, although the relationship was less than peachy. He went on to kill Jake Gallo's family, and when Jake became the Punisher, he made sure Stone got served some justice. To keep from dying, Stone bonded with the Venom symbiote, similar to Anne Weying. This time around, he even had acidic saliva and blood. Fantastic new addition to an already evil character. In the number 3 spot, we have Venom the Journalist. Cited as perhaps the best cinematic version of Venom, Venom: Truth in Journalism was a 2013 short film, black and white found footage style, featuring Venom's own perspective. The film shows Eddie Brock's desperation for his film crew's validation as they follow him in his daily life, eventually having the crew come face to face with the symbiote part of Brock. It's a combo between dark comedy and a bit of horror, and at only 17 minutes long, it is definitely worth the watch. Coming in at number 2 is Space Knight. Flash Thompson, the childhood bully of Peter Parker, is the star in the series of Venom Space Knight. Immersed in a world full of aliens and beautifully drawn environments, this version of Venom and his suicidal but nonetheless lovable sidekick 803 journey the worlds in service of Guardians of the Galaxy. This would eventually lead them to the home planet of the symbiote. It's an interesting twist on Venom and a great way for Flash to redeem himself and confront the failures of his past, and there are quite a few. And finally, in the number 1 spot, we've got Venom Pool. Here he is, kids, now you can't yell at me anymore. Joke's on me, you're still gonna yell. What If Venom Possessed Deadpool was released in 2011, and answered exactly that. While on a contract to kill the Beyonder, Deadpool is interrupted by a pissed Spidey who demands the Beyonder to remove the symbiote costume from him. The symbiote sees something he likes in Deadpool floor and jumps from Peter's body into Wilson's. What ensues, of course, is a character that provides a lot of laughs and a pretty bad perm that prevented any hero teams from wanting him. Yeah, this was a very serious story. So those were the top 10 alternate versions of Venom Part 2. Let me know in the comment section down below who you want to see alternate versions on next. My name is Rory Destroya, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another nerdy list.